This Labor Day weekend, our family decided to trade the busy routines of everyday life for something slower, something more peaceful, something surrounded by nature. The Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania were calling our name. Rolling hills, lush forests, and rivers winding their way through stone cliffs. It felt like the perfect backdrop for a family escape. At the center of our trip was the charming town of Jim Thorpe. Known as the Switzerland of America, Jim Thorpe is one of those rare places where history, adventure, and small-town charm all come together. Just arriving here felt like stepping into another world, one where time slows down and every street has a story to tell. Walking through Jim Thorpe is an experience in itself. The streets are lined with 19th century buildings, each one filled with character. Shops with colourful displays spill onto the sidewalks. Cafés send the aroma of freshly brewed coffee drifting into the air. And on holiday weekends, live music often plays right in the town square. Every corner seemed alive, buzzing with families, travelers, and locals enjoying the long weekend. It's the kind of town where you want to wander slowly, letting curiosity guide you. We found ourselves drawn to small details, the cobblestone walkways, the bright flowers in window boxes, the murals on old brick walls. Before long, the sound of a train whistle in the distance pulled us further down the street, reminding us of why we had come here. The Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway sits at the heart of Jim Thorpe. The station itself feels like a step back in time, with its wooden platforms, bustling crowds, and of course, the shining steel of the historic train waiting at the track. There's something about the anticipation of boarding a train like this. Kids tugged at their parents' hands, trying to get a closer look. Couples posed for photos in front of the locomotive. And the whistle, sharp and loud, echoed off the mountainsides, sending a thrill through the crowd. When it was finally time to board, we stepped up into the vintage cars. Inside, the polished wood paneling, brass fixtures, and wide windows created an atmosphere of old-world charm. We found our seats, settled in by the window, and waited with excitement as the conductor's call signaled the start of our journey. The ride began with a gentle sway as the train pulled away from the station. Almost immediately, the world outside began to change. The town slowly slipped behind us, replaced by towering trees and the sparkling ribbon of the Lehigh River. Kids were in awe. They pressed their faces to the glass, pointing out rafters paddling along the river below, or waving wildly at bikers riding the trail beside us. Every time the train whistle blew, they cheered as if it were part of the show. Their laughter filled the cabin, and their excitement became contagious. For us, it was a chance to see the world through their eyes again. To remember that even something as simple as a passing deer or the shadow of the train moving across the water can be pure magic. The steady rhythm of the train, the gentle clack of the wheels on the tracks, created a soundtrack that carried us deeper into the gorge. And with every passing mile, the modern world seemed to fall further away.
When we make the turn to get on the bridge, on your running left, will be an old brick building that's abandoned.
One of the most thrilling moments of the ride came when the train approached the steel bridge that spans the river. The sound changed, the wheels clattering louder against the structure, echoing through the gorge. Looking out the window, the Lehigh River shimmered below, dotted with kayakers and framed by rocky cliffs rising high on both sides. It was breathtaking, almost like floating through a natural cathedral carved by time. You could feel the history in that crossing. Trains have traveled this route for more than 100 years, carrying coal, goods, and now visitors like us who come not for work, but for the beauty of the journey. It was a reminder that we were part of something bigger, travelers connected by the rails to generations who had passed this way before. As we continued deeper into the gorge, the train rounded a dramatic curve. From our seats, we could see the entire line stretching ahead of us, a long, graceful ribbon of cars bending through the forest. It was one of those postcard moments you never forget. The sun lit up the tops of the trees, while the river wound its way through the valley below. Every window revealed a different angle of the same sweeping beauty. The kids gasped as they saw the train cars ahead curving into the distance. We all grabbed our cameras, trying to capture it, though no photo could quite match the feeling of being there. The sense of movement, the sound of the whistle, the cool mountain air drifting through the open windows, it all combined into an experience words can hardly describe. If you're planning a visit, here are a few helpful tips. The scenic train ride lasts about 70 minutes, covering more than 16 miles along the river. Tickets are very affordable, usually between $15 and $20 for adults, with discounts for children and seniors. It's one of the best family-friendly experiences you can find for the price. Parking in town can fill up quickly, especially on holiday weekends like Labor Day, so it's smart to arrive early. Comfortable shoes are a must, since you'll probably want to explore the streets or maybe even tackle a trail after your ride. And if you can plan a return trip, come back in the fall. The autumn foliage here is world famous, with the mountains turning shades of red, orange and gold. It transforms the ride into something truly unforgettable. Our Labor Day trip to Jim Thorpe was more than just a getaway. It was a chance to slow down, to reconnect as a family, and to be surrounded by beauty that reminded us of how much there is to see right here, close to home. From the lively streets of the town to the quiet awe of the train ride through the gorge, every moment felt special. The kids will remember the whistle, the bridge, and the thrill of waving at strangers who waved back. And we'll remember the laughter, the views, and the way time seemed to pause for just a little while. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed traveling with us today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration for their next adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep creating memories that will last a lifetime.